Hi, I'm commercial photographer Tony Roseland. Today I'm going to introduce you to one of my favorite pieces of kit. All right, we're here to talk about one of my favorite pieces of kit. I never go anywhere without this stuff. I've been posting a lot of it on my Instagram page and people constantly asking me questions about this stuff. The piece of kit that I'm talking about is the Inovativ Digi Plate. There's a few pieces that really stood out to me when I first saw them, and we've been using them for several years now. Absolutely love them, use them all the time. I think that the quality and the ease of use on these things is unparalleled. So I thought I'll just do a video and kind of demonstrate how we use it, the pieces that we have here in the studio, and you guys can jump on Inovativ's site from there and check it out. So Inovativ is mostly known for their carts. In fact, their website is innovativcarts.com. And they make the most high-end carts in the industry. The things have all the bells and whistles. So if you're looking for a way to transport video or camera gear or a digital workstation, or you're a digital tech or something like that, you've probably heard of Inovativ already. If you haven't, go check them out. In addition to their carts, they also make the DigiSystem product line. And this thing is really pretty cool. It was originally developed by a commercial photographer, and Inovativ has run with it since then and evolved it and refined it and just made it that much better. I love the stuff, and so let's jump into it and I'll show you some of our favorite pieces here in the studio. We're not getting paid or being given anything to endorse the product. We endorse it because we like it, and that's why we're ambassadors for the product. So these things are awesome. They're bulletproof. First and foremost is the Digi Plate Light. That is this unit right here. The Digi Plate Light consists of just this kind of T section here, and then this is a Digi hanger, which is also attached to the Digi Plate Light. You can buy it as a kit or you can buy them individually depending on how you're going to use it. I'll show you how this can be adapted and how it's modular in a few minutes. But basically, it's a very simplified cheese board is what it is. So you have your tripod, you have your Digi Plate Light with a Digi hanger attached, and you simply put it on your tripod, and there it sits. And now you're ready to place a laptop on your tripod. So it's got these little brackets that can be adjusted for whatever size laptop you have. I happen to have 15-inch MacBook Pro, so we're gonna pop that on here under the brackets, and then tighten her up. Boom, ready to go. Now, once this is on here, you can put it on and take it off of the tripod pretty easily. You can carry it around. You can move it from one location to the next if you have to do that. What I like about it though is that once you have it on the tripod, you can actually pick up and move the tripod with the Digi Plate still attached. So I can pick up the whole tripod and just move to my next location without having to break down all my camera gear. I use a short tether cable and just plug right into the side of the laptop. This whole thing sits right here, really hard to beat. It's rock steady. It doesn't move once it's on here. It's not going to fall off. This is a pretty thick tripod. The diameter of these sticks allow this Digi Plate Light to sit basically level. It's maybe a little bit of an angle here. The narrower the legs are on the tripods, the more of an angle this Digi Plate Light is going to sit, because the legs don't have the diameter. So it may sit a little bit more of an angle on your tripod if you have a tripod with narrower legs. One of the other things that I really like is the Digi Shade Light. It's thin, it's small. I usually keep it right in with my laptop. It goes onto the laptop, boom, and now I have a shade. It's magnetic. There's a magnetic strip in the top of this thing that attaches to the laptop screen. It's got a little cutout for the camera, and then the sides have these little rubber bump stops so you're not scratching your screen. It simply attaches and then sits on just like so. So now you have a little sunscreen, so if you're working outside or you're working even in a studio or somewhere that's brightly lit, then you can block all that light out and you can actually see your screen. So this is the Digi Shade Light version. They also make a Pro version, which I'll show you in a minute. So again, once this is on, I can pick it up, I can move around, I can go wherever I want to go, which is what I like about the system. It's so portable, easy to use. Now, I mentioned before that this is a modular system. Let me show you some of the things that can be done with this besides just hanging it on your tripod. Keep in mind that this is the Digi Plate Light. They make a Pro version, which I'll show you in just a minute, that has even more versatility. But for either of them, the following is possible. And as I said, this is basically a simplified cheese board. One of the cool things is you can take this Digi base, and all it is basically a hole, a female hole for a 5/8 pin, so you can put it on a light stand or magic arm or whatever. And you can put your Digi Plate, whether it's the Pro or like this Digi Plate Light, you can attach. I'm doing this quickly. I need an Allen wrench to do it correctly, and then you can put it on a stand and then lock it down, and then you could have your laptop on a stand next to you if you didn't want to have it attached to the tripod, or if you're not working on a tripod, you can just have this plate on a stand. If you want to put it on a magic arm, you could do that too, and then you could have it attached to your tripod and you could angle it around however you want. So that's the Digi base. Love that piece. That's a pretty cool little accessory. So the next piece we'll move on to is the Digi Case and the Digi Plate Pro. It differs a bit. There's a little bit more versatility with this part of the setup. It's much more robust. There's more involved. But if you're going to be working on location with your entire workflow, backup, all of that stuff here, then this is a pretty awesome solution for that. So this is the Digi Case, and one of the cool things about this is that it does have it's got a handle, it's got wheels, so you can roll it through the airport or to your location, whatever. And then they make an adapter that goes on the bottom here so that you can put a Digi base on. This Digi base doesn't stay on all the time. These thumb screws allow me to remove this piece so that it's just a regular case and this isn't getting caught on stuff. But if you do want to work out of the case, you can add this Digi base onto the bottom and then drop it onto a stand, and you're ready to work right out of your case, which is pretty cool. So inside the case, we have a Digi Plate Pro, and this works very similarly to the Digi Plate Light. You have brackets that hold down your laptop. I shall demonstrate. So laptop in, and so what I like about this unit is that the lid has these little support feet in it, which keep the whole plate in place while you're transporting the unit. So the thing isn't bouncing around and floating around in there. So you can leave your laptop attached to the plate inside the case with your whole kit, and you don't have to worry about things shifting or getting damaged in transit. This Digi Plate Pro has a bunch of holes in the back side of it that you can run cables through so that you can not have to worry about them getting jerked out of the laptop or the camera if you're tethering. And then on the bottom is, again, it's a cheese plate. This is a much fuller cheese plate, but you can attach all kinds of accessories to this. I have an external drive mounted here. I can run my cable up and into my laptop so that I can be backing up while I'm working. It's got a Digi base in here so that if I want to put this unit directly on a stand rather than working out of the Digi Case, I can do that. It's got feet so that I can set this on a tabletop if I want to, and work on a counter or a table. There's a ton of extra room here for additional drives or external battery packs or whatever else you may want to attach to this. The laptop's on there safely. You can carry this thing around and your laptop's not going to fall off of there. Inside of the bottom is Trek Pack, and this is basically customizable dividers that come with the Digi Case. You can configure it however you like. I have set up for cables, additional drives, my Digi Shade Pro, and I'll show you that as well. Let's take that out of the back. One of the features of this Digi Plate Pro is in each corner there's an oblong hole that allows attachment of the Digi Shade directly to the Digi Plate Pro. Digi Shade Pro. Now this one isn't magnetic like the Digi Shade Light. It's much fuller. This is like a pop-up tent essentially. So you just pop it up. There's spring-loaded rods that go together in there. If you've ever set up a tent, this will be very familiar to you. Back, put the back foot on. Oops. And we'll put the front foot on. And we'll put the back foot on this side. And the front foot. Basically, these legs that run inside the frame connect directly to the Digi plate inside of here. See if I can angle it for the camera. So they connect directly in, so they kind of pop in and then slide over and lock in place. And so that's your Digi Shade Pro, which blocks the sun out for you when you're working on location, gives you much more coverage than the light. There's also a shade that can go across the front so that you can have all the sunlight blocked out and you can just peek through a little ninja slit there to see your screen. So there's a few little pockets in here for color checkers and things like that that you may want to have, but the whole thing folds down, fits back inside the Digi Case, which I thought was brilliant. I can take the whole kit with me somewhere, and I know I have all the pieces that I could possibly need on location for my particular workflow. It is a larger system. A lot of what we're doing is architecture, where we need to set up, compose a shot, and then pick up and move to the next shot. That's where the Digi Plate Light comes in. I like that it just hangs right on the tripod. I can pick it up and move it with me. Doesn't get any simpler than that. So innovativecarts.com. In closing, we love the system. It's the simplest, most durable, easy to use system out there. Yes, there are competitors. We get asked comparison with this brand and that brand all the time. And there are other brands that make some really killer tether options. But as far as something that is this simple to connect to your tripod and this portable and this durable, I think that Inovativ has really hit the mark. I don't think there's a better product out there for this particular use. So if you have questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to answer, and let us know what else you'd like to see. If you have other questions or comments about other gear we might use in the studio, hit us up and we'll try to put together a video on that. If you have something like this or a tether work system, workflow, workstation that you like that works well for you, love to hear about that as well. We're always keeping our eyes open for things that can make our life simpler. So thanks for watching.